Y'all want to see something gross? Season some meat with this. The foam pad that's in here that makes up for the sun visor is just completely deteriorated. So what we're gonna do is remove the old vinyl off of this frame that's inside here. So check that out. It is just gone. It's not exactly what I was after. This is still pretty rough. I guess I could lay another thing of foam. I feel like we're not going to get rid of these wrinkles. However, that is solid. Be able to glue that seam up. I feel like the only way to really get those to to lay flat is to spray glue in here, let that tack up, and then roll and lay it over like so. And then part of me even thought about putting a witness mark in there like that, taking this out and cutting out a hollow for it to lay a little bit flatter. Oh, I'm down to experiment. That's what this whole game is, right? Got some of this super trim adhesive. Wonder if it's that cool. So I need to be able to spray in there and let that bad puppy just kind of sit open. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Got some shish kebab skewers. I use them more than just mixing my coffee. Ooh, I guess before I get rambunctious and start trying to glue everything together, maybe I should start cutting out this section here. Or should I just glue up to that? Decisions. I don't really like how my sun visors came out. You can see that I filled it all up with foam. When I wanted to go glue it, the glue, how do I describe this? The glue didn't do what I wanted it to do. And it was me being a little impatient, kind of going through some growing pains, and I realized how smooth this foam was, and I should have sanded it. Also, the vinyl is pretty smooth too. The vinyl on the inside did not want to adhere very well to the foam, so it just started peeling out. And when it was tacked up, then compressed it. However, it still just de-lammed in most of the sections. My next goal, and what I originally wanted to do with these, was to build it out of wood. So right here, I got some 1/4" MDF. I should have gotten the 1/8" hardboard that I could at least put a score in it and fold it over, but I got a little bit of an idea. I was thinking of popping this off and then cutting this section out, and I was thinking of installing that on the board. So I have a little bit of it drawn out. I'm gonna put this back on and trace it back out, cut it, and see what I can do from there. And in this section here, I'll just make a recessed area for that to sit and then the clip to be able to clip in. Same with this area here. Where the vinyl is, there's a little hole right here and it pops out, and that's where it bolts to the headliner. I bought 6 yards of this vinyl. I'm pretty stoked that it matches pretty close to the original interior. Similar texture, not the exact same shade of black and sheen, but I think it will look acceptable. The headliner that I pulled out was kind of messed up, and the headliner that I got or I received was pretty tore up. So I'm thinking I could just lay it on this and cut it out. And there's enough rem on this piece that I should be able to wrap these in. Now I need to think of how I'm gonna glue it on one side, wrap it over, and glue it on the other, and make a nice finished edge, because I have these compound curves that I have to tend with. Got the sun visor done. Turned out okay. Really all you'll ever see of it is like that and then folds up. For my first sun visor and just having an idea, I'd say it turned out okay. I think with the next one, I'm gonna cut out this frame, cut out that, cut out just this rod. The staples I had can't really puncture the board very well, but they tried and it held. I wouldn't say I'm a professional, but I'd say it's pretty okay. It'll block the sun out and it'll match the interior. So with this sun visor, I did a little different setup. Instead of gluing that entire frame in, I cut out the part that hangs and then the part that gets bolted into the sun visor. Well, that gets sandwiched in, and then this is the piece that slides in and gets bolted to the headliner. Or it's gonna make for a nicer lay when I go and taco this and wrap it. See that gap? I'm gonna try to do what I can to kind of compress that some more, whether it means gluing it up and putting a lot of weight. I don't like the look of it, even though it's gonna be dark and hidden. For this one, I put the second layer of contact cement. It's tacking up right now. So here's the final product of my visors. They're not the best in the world, but they'll work. With this visor, I still want to pull out the metal frame so it matches this one. And then to make for a nicer finished edge and it not have this thick gap, to put a baseball stitch in here and just sew these seams up and just give it that little bit extra detail. With this visor, you can see it closes up a little tighter here, and with a baseball stitch being made here with maybe just with black thread or maybe a white thread, give it a match to the black and white houndstooth that I have on the seat covers. Look pretty fly. And that's it for the visors. I'll give you an update after we put the other little details and they're installed in the car. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, seat cover upgrade, and all the other little doodads that I got going on.